Hi guys, this is Abhishek, your host for today, and in some time, Vikas and Sikandar will also join us on board. So I'll quickly add Vikas. Hi Vikas.
Everybody, Abhishek.
Hi. So how is it going, Vikas? People have started to join us, and um, we are just about to.
Just wore my InstaWP t-shirt for everybody's viewing pleasure. And this is going to be our first town hall. So we're very excited about it, Abhishek.
Great, great. So Vikas, before we start, would you like to put some thought on how and what kind of future do you see for InstaWP in upcoming years down the line?
Yeah, so we started as a staging platform and a sandbox platform, and now we are transforming into a full blown cloud company. So that's what our vision is all about. But the greater vision is becoming the backbone of WordPress ecosystem, basically making it easy for agencies and service providers, hosting companies to provide services on WordPress. So that's our vision and that's our mission.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So for now, so now we are trying to take a bigger picture on board very soon in next quarters. So really excited. Hi, hi, hockey, and
Hey, Grant. So this was, yes, indeed, an inspiration from the town hall from Kevin and Mark. 100%. So to connect with our customers and users in a more direct fashion. Thank you for asking.
great. So because we'll start with the questions we have received over either over email or over our support chat or from the StreamYard from forms which our customers have filled so far. So we'll start with those questions. And first question is from Shoaib.
Before we
So
start, why don't we invite Sikandar as well on the stage?
yes. Hi. So guys, I'll also add Sikandar quickly to the stage as well. Hi, Sikandar.
Hey, Sikandar, welcome.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me on the call.
So
So just a round of introduction, guys. Means Abhishek is he leading the marketing department, and Sikandar is heading the customer service. You might have heard from both of them in variety of ways. Sikandar directly, more directly on live chat, and Abhishek a little bit more indirectly. So all the marketing you see um, is brainchild of Abhishek. So really excited to be here. We can get started with our first question. And just a note for everybody watching us, feel free to post your questions on the chat window. Just basically prepend it with a Q colon, now something like a question, so that we will understand this is a question. Hey, Lex, welcome.
great. So because we'll start with the first question from Shoaib. So he has asked about possibilities of using services other than their current use, use case, which is like offering product demos for their WordPress plugin. So would you like to put some light on that?
Yeah, so a lot of companies, a lot of plugin and theme shops, they're using us for demos primarily, right? But they also use us for a variety of other things because you don't need to pay us in order to like use it for other use cases. Some of the primary use cases are customer service. So you can create a replica of, let's say, customers having a problem on their website. You can create a replica of their site. And we also have a quick option where we don't copy everything. We only copy their plugins and themes and the database so that you can now troubleshoot without disturbing the customer's replica site or the live site. So you work on the replica and then you delete it. So that's one of the use case where a lot of companies are using us. And the second most use case for a product company is testing and rapid prototyping. So You can create templates, you can create configurations. Both of these will allow you to quickly test your new releases with the new WordPress release. One more cool thing which we have is Git integration. So let's say you develop a plugin and you want to release it. So you can push an update to the Git branch and it will automatically create a new instance for you with the plugin. So these are like variety of use cases on how WordPress plugin companies and theme companies or any company which is creating like a product on based on WordPress can use us. I'm going to paste a quick link where you can learn more about it. So this was asked from somebody, right? In our
Yes, it was from Shoaib,
so
Mohammed
Shoaib, yeah,
Shoaib.
thank you for the question. All right,
Thank you.
can we move to the next one?
Thank you very much, Vikas, for such a nice and explanatory answer. So, next question is from Ken. He has asked, somehow this question is, yeah. So, this question is from Ken, and he is asking about sync issues between templates and staging websites, which he has like started to face recently.
So I'll just start and then maybe Sikandar you can add on to it. So we have been seeing some issues from few customers. So you are right, Ken. Ken, I know him on a personal level. I think we go way back. He has been a user from the beginning of InstaWP. So yeah, we are working on these issues, but as a workaround, always try to create a new template from a staging side so that you will know that it is an issue with your existing template or um, it was not an issue with your template at all. So and then reach out to us on live support. We are trying to figure out what is going on internally. Yeah, thanks for the question.
Great. Um, our next our next question is from Lex, who is again a very avid user of InstaWP, and he has talked about like he wanted to understand about if InstaWP can be a main WP or managed WP alternative.
All right. And we also have our colleague Shivanshi in the backend. Shivanshi, please mark as favorites for the question which are marked as question. Thank you. All right. So yeah, InstaWP is getting into a third pillar. So we have two pillars, staging and hosting. And now we are getting into site management. So we are launching a lot of features for site management recently. Some of them are schedule updates, vulnerability scanning, performance scanning, and we are now soon launching uptime monitoring. Um, so all of these are means we are working towards main WP or managed WP kind of like portfolio. There are so many other companies as well. So the reason why we did it is because we feel that there is a huge gap where when it comes to WordPress site management, it's basically a huge pain in the butt for a lot of people. It's a headache basically for agencies, and uh, we think at least that we can solve it seamlessly. And we also combine that with our hosting company. So if you host with us, we will automatically give you the management solution. So right now, the management solution which we have is completely free, but soon there will be pricing attached to it. It will be something like X dollar per site, and then it goes down every time you manage more sites with us. But the basic plan will always be free. So it is somewhere the pricing will be somewhere between main WP, managed WP. So similar to managed WP, more or less. So yeah, more on that in January, February timeframe.
Thank you, Vikas. Lex has also given a shout out to Masoom for amazing support. Thank you so much, Lex, and congrats and kudos to Sikandar as well for that. So we'll move on to the next question from Toby, which is he
Before
has
we go to the next one, let's tackle some of the questions in the chat so that they are not like way high up in the chat. So a
so
question from Jeff. Yeah, let's go ahead with that, please.
yeah. So Jeff wanted to hear about the Cloudflare automatic domain integration for agency plan users. Would you like to put some light on
I
that?
think I had a chat with Jeff, and he only suggested about this idea. So yeah, we are moving ahead with that. The time frame is about January, so we have a lot of backlog items, but we have prioritized this because we know one of the questions which we commonly get is white label add-on is a little bit of an expensive thing, and you don't need complete white label end to end, right? All you need is suffix domains to be white label. So Cloudflare integration will definitely help, and it will be free of cost or basically included into the agency plan.
Great,
Could you
great.
please share more details about that? Like, will be allowing wildcard domains or DNS records, something like that?
That's a good question. So what we will do is we will take an API key of Cloudflare account, and every time you want to map, let's say xyz.sikandar.com or yourcompany.com, we will automatically create a new A record or CNAME record into your Cloudflare account, and we will manage that for you. So you delete the site, the record will be deleted. We will not be working with wildcard records. That creates a lot of confusion. So this will be our solution.
Okay, and the free plan of Cloudflare would be enough.
Yeah, free plan should be more than enough.
Okay, thank you.
Great. Next question is from Grant. So he has mentioned that some still feel that having the dedicated IP addresses is safer bet for SEO when a company runs on multiple sites for different brands. So are there any plans that offer dedicated IP addresses per domain?
Right now, when you host with us, we distribute the load among several servers, hundreds of servers. So it's high chance already that you will get a dedicated IP. But obviously, this is not a guarantee. In order to get a dedicated IP, we are working on a hosting solution, which should be live in March, which is more or less like a shared hosting. But dedicated IP address is not in that roadmap, to be honest with you. But we can think about it if it is technically solvable. If it is a requirement, why not, right? So we can work on it.
That's nice. That's amazing. Moving on to the next question from Toby, which is he just wanted to understand about InstaWP Live and UI UX of InstaWP. So
Right.
would you like to
So
put
yeah,
them?
yeah. I think our dashboard has grown a lot, and it has become a little bit confusing for a lot of users. For example, the hosting tab and the connects tab, they are a bit confusing. But if you think, if you if you pay attention to the thought process behind it, it will be easier for people to understand. So when you host a live site with us, we add two entries in our dashboard. One is inside the hosting tab, another is in the connects tab, because we install our site management plugin as well. So you can manage the site. When I say manage the site, it means that you can manage it on two levels. One is on the hosting level, so you can map a domain, SFTP. That's under the hosting tab. And then we have another tab which says Connects tab. So the Connects tab will help you to manage the WordPress instance itself. So updating plugins and things like that. Yeah, so we are pushing ahead a lot in the InstaWP Live department, and we are working on a new dashboard. So this is something which is very very early, but that new dashboard will be much easier to use.
Okay, great, great. So Jeff has appended his question. He wants to understand like if there will be a setting automatically that will use suffix domain for all the sites created, or it will be manual.
It already is when you use white label, but if you're talking about Cloudflare integration, then yes, so you can set it up as a default.
Great, great. So next question is from uh, Mahmood. So he wanted to understand like he is like in VAS he's managing a license for plugins manually. Is there a way to automate this?
We are working on it. It's going to take some time because not every plugin vendor provides you a way to enter the license key right easily through WPCLI. But some of the major one gives you like Gravity Forms and some products in Stellar. So we are working on that. It's going to take time. We don't have a way to automate it right now, but it's in our roadmap.
Great, great.
I would like to add a little bit on to that question about license keys on our WAS platform. So the license mechanism is mostly managed by the plugin owners, right? So this is how they are validating the license keys. So if they are not giving a way to use the similar key or the same key as a master key on every site, or if they are not allowing to generate keys dynamically on the fly, then I don't think we will have control over that, right?
Yeah, so I think the question arises from the fact that I think Mahmood is, I know what is his use case, is that he wants to provision individual keys for every site. And for that, we will need to contact the plugin company somehow, right? The master, as you said, the master key should be able to issue more individual keys. So that is a long road. Right now, what we recommend is take a master key and input that in all the sites, and it will do the work automatically for you. And then use a custom plugin to hide it for the end users. So that's the only way right now, and that's the easiest way.
Yes, or we could also experiment with some kind of idea like uploading the license keys in a CSV file, and we can automatically take that.
Yeah, that's a good idea, but unless and until we have a way to push that license key via WPCLI. If the plugin vendor does not provide it, simply entering into the database will not be enough.
Great, great. So
Hey Lawrence, just
next,
wanted to say some hi to some few people like Lawrence. Hey Lawrence, thanks for joining in. Yeah, go ahead
so
please.
yeah. So next question is about map domain versus white label domain. This is a very generic question which people keep on asking over our support chat or over the emails.
I
So
think we
would you?
answered it a little bit. We touched upon it, right?
Mhm.
So map domain is when you can map an individual staging site or a hosted site. Both of so map domain allows you to do that on an individual level, and then that is available on the starter plan also. But white label is when you create a site and it will automatically take a suffix domain which you have provided, and that becomes a little bit expensive sometimes. So it is $20 per month add-on or a $200 add-on per year, but it white labels entire thing, right? If you are using VAS, if you are using Live, everything is white label. You can add your own logos, and so we are revamping the white label part. But to make it cheaper, like for the lack of a better word, we are launching the Cloudflare integration, so that should help a lot.
Great, great. Thank you, Vikas. Moving on to next. So because dot xyz to is blocked by various devices, ISPs, and softwares. So what should be a solution to this? Like, should we go for white label or should we just simply map domain?
Sikandar, you want to take that up?
Yeah, sure. So the .xyz TLD is not accepted very well in the European region, and some ISPs or their firewalls block these domains by default. And a lot of people use InstaWP for pen testing as well. So the security professionals use InstaWP as a sandbox for testing their security issues. So these also get our domain flagged. So this is why we highly recommend using your own domain, because that will have a very low chance of getting flagged, because everyone will be using a unique domain for their domain suffixes. And if you're not interested to do that, you can just use our .co domain or .app domain. And we are also planning to introduce some more premium domains in our platform for the premium plan users. The free plan users might have some limited options, but we are trying to improve this for our premium users as much as possible.
Great, that's amazing to hear. Moving on to the next question, like, what is the difference between a self-hosted site and InstaWP Live? So, Vikas, would you want to take it up?
Yeah, sure. So this there are multiple folds to this question. When you self-host a site or when you use a service provider for managed hosting,
Mhm.
I think these are the two main questions. So we integrate with our lovely partners, Run Cloud, Server Avatar, and now Serve Bolt, and soon to be added CloudPress. Especially Run Cloud and Server Avatar. These are the two companies which can help you self-host without the complexity of knowing a server or knowing server management. So you can go to something called DigitalOcean or Vulture, or there are a lot of VPS providers, and then buy a run cloud plan or buy a server avatar plan. Both of them are equally like really good, and you can connect them with us through their APIs, and then we will be able to create site for you. So that is self-hosted, and then you have to take care of the server yourself. Then you have to take care of the backups yourself. All of those is like self-managed. Now, when we talk about InstaWP Live, it is actually fully managed service, wherein we take care of the server for you. We do the backups. We actually take hourly backups for database and daily backups for files. We give you CDN access, but CDN is built in basically, and then we give you so CDN and then WAF and and backups. Right? So these are the three main things which it is difficult for a self-hosted platform to do it, but it's possible, right? It's not like entirely impossible. So it's up to you, right? Because the managed service becomes a lot more expensive compared to a self-hosted service. So our philosophy is that means we wanted to make InstaWP in such a way that if you don't want to use our hosting, it's okay, right? You can use the dev tools which we provide, the staging platform, and then push to run cloud, push to server avatar. So anything is fine. So there is a follow-up question from Grant: is that which CDN and WAF are built in? So the CDN is we have created our own, right? So we partner with WP Cloud, and they have CDN with 27 POPs. So Sikandar, if you can find the primer URL and paste it into the chat, that will be really helpful. It lists out all the CDN locations as well. And WAF is also custom, right? So it's not that we are going for a third party solution and then just bundling it in. It's completely built for WordPress. Even edge caching is WordPress friendly. So if there are only, let's say, static pages which we cache furiously in all three levels, so edge caching, object caching, and then page caching. But pages like checkout and my account pages, we automatically detect them and we do not cache them. So those things are already built in. Ideally, you do not need a caching plugin, but in an ideal world, we don't live in an ideal world. So you may need a caching plugin. But if the site is on a modern stack, you actually don't need one. So yeah, so that's that. Thanks for the question.
Great, great. Thank you, Vikas. Let me move on to the next question, which is like, which plan should I pick for product demos? So that's a question from a product owner.
Got it. Yeah. So if you are using our service to showcase products, showcase your website, so we have the feature name is share template, right, the technical name of that feature. So you send a link to somebody, and they will be able to create temporary sites from your template, and you can mark it as free also. Now, the plan to choose that, I will always recommend to start with a pro plan and then work towards agency and a custom plan. We have a number of large product companies which are like which are using 2000 plus websites license, but smaller companies, they don't need that much, so they can start with $19 plan, which is the pro plan.
Great, great. All right, Vikas. So next question is from Jeff. So will the automatic cloud
Yes,
cloud integration will be
it will
included in the
be already included. Yes.
okay? Just one moment. There is so this is something which is like a very common question from the support, like for the support team. Like, do we offer migration services for big sites? And I think this will solve problem for a lot of people who struggle with migration of hours. If the sites are bigger, then it will take like hours to migrate. So would you like to like put some light on that?
I think, yeah, Sikandar, do you want to take it up?
Um, we offer migration services for larger sites that are usually not able to manage by our plugins, like the backup plugins might not help. So we use FTP and other services, HSS services, to transfer larger sites like 30 GB, 70 GB, 75 GB. We have seen several cases where people have taken backup from unusual sources. For example, we have recently done a migration from a Bitnami package where there was multiple fragments for the database, and some of the tables or databases were consolidated into one SQL file. So those needed human assistance. We also offer that kind of services for our enterprise level hosting. So for InstaWP Live, it's not limited to just the automated migrations or just the pricing plans you see in our site. We offer a lot more. Just feel free to ask on our live chat or send us an email.
Great. Thank you. So are you following any kind of format for recording these migration requests, or would you like to share some form with the people over the chat itself, like so that they can, if somebody wants to migrate their site from one host to us, then they should be able to fill that form up if you would like to.
Just come to the live chat. We are offering 24 hours live chat service from Monday to Friday right now, and we are also increasing our coverage on Saturdays and Sundays as well. Right now we are offering 8 hours of coverage, so just feel free to join us anytime and ask any person that is available online.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And also, is there any turnaround time for for this migration request to get fulfilled?
Usually we respond within like 4 minutes. Right now we are responding to all of the support requests when we are online within 4 minutes of maximum. And if you send a request during the weekend, it might take 48 hours because our developers and the technical staffs are limited during the weekend. So 48 hours is the maximum time.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. So in weekdays, it's almost real time, and on weekends, it might be delayed by like 24 to 48 hours. Thank you so much, Sikandar. Thank you so much for such an amazing response. Like moving on to the next, and this is a very generic kind of question, but we have seen these kind of like questions very frequently, like in few days, in last few days. So it is like about the staging sites are running a bit slow, right? So would you guys want to like put some light on this, like what these people can actually do to solve this issue?
Okay, I'm taking the answer because
Yeah, please go ahead.
okay, so we have PHP settings in our staging sites, and by default, we offer some optimal values for the PHP settings because not all of the sites need the maxed out resources for their testing purposes. But if you're seeing that your site is loading slow or some plugin is not working, WooCommerce orders are not syncing properly, in that case, just go inside the PHP settings and see if the allowed maximum memory limit is set to the highest. And you can also increase the PHP workers. Usually we set it to 2, but you can increase up to 4 if you need. And if you need even more than that, or if you are doing some resource intensive testing, just reach out to our customer support and we will see how much we can accommodate you.
Okay, okay, that's amazing. And would you like to like recommend any plugins to find such bottlenecks?
Yes, we use the query monitor plugin a lot because that shows that how many queries are running, if there are any duplicate queries, or which plugin is specifically consuming more resources. So if you are suspecting that there is a plugin or add-on that might consume unusual amount of resources, please feel free to install that plugin and see what is using most of the resources.
Okay, and all right. I think that answers the question very nicely. Thank you so much, Sikandar. So moving on to next. So can somebody use affiliate features of email marketing translations with VAS?
Yep. So VAS is a fairly kind of new area for us. We have been developing it for quite some time, but still there is a lot of requirement from our users. Some of these are like affiliate and email marketing. So we'll be doing a full series of VAS in January, which is like how to set up a VAS, how to build a VAS, how to plan a VAS, how to build a VAS, and then how to market a VAS. So using, we don't have a plan to do affiliate features. You will need to use a third party platform for email marketing. So I'm not sure on what kind of levels the email marketing is required. If it is required, let's say you want to sell VAS to a number of customers, then you can use any email marketing platform. But if you want to offer an email marketing platform inside your VAS, so you can use a number of companies. So we support Fluent CRM, anything which is in WordPress based, you can use that. And translation, so we support any kind of language. If you think that that is not added in the dropdown, contact our live chat and we should be adding it in the next release. So it depends upon which language do you want. So recently we had a request for Korean language, so we'll be adding that. But watch out for those like longer vast videos, and we'll be collaborating with one of our agency customers, and she's an amazing like an agency owner. So she will be showing how she is automating her basically entire revenue stream using VAS. So very,
That's
very
amazing.
good. It's going to be very good.
Just a appended question here, which I also encountered some time back, that if somebody is using VAS, then would he also be able to get benefits of the affiliate program?
So when you are using VAS, if you are using InstaWP Live, for example, as a hosting partner, then you will be able to mark up the hosting price to your customers anyway. So if you buy it from us at $9 a pop, you can sell it for 59, 79, depending upon what value add you are providing. So, and then if you want to offer that as an affiliate commission to your affiliates, then it's a requirement from a third party affiliate platform. Hope that answers it.
That answers it brilliantly, Vikas. Thank you very much. There is another question from Grant. So, are there any plans to offer static hosting options like HardyPress does? If it's fantastic for performance and security, and it's still very easy to use.
We haven't got a lot of requests, to be honest with you, about static website hosting. It means I know a number of services which do that. We may integrate with them, right? Like Netlify or, as you said, HardyPress. So integration will be a better option, I guess. So if you know, we'll check out HardyPress. But if there is, I don't know if they have an API. So if you know somebody in that company, please tell them to reach out to us, please.
That's amazing. That's an opportunity grant. Let's move on to the next question. So, so why somebody should host with InstaWP Live, and what are the main advantages? Why InstaWP Live is different from other people who are providing managed hosting?
Yeah, so InstaWP Live is a fully managed hosting
Hmm.
service. A lot of means I think majority of service providers in the WordPress ecosystem are for shared hosting, but there are a
Hmm.
lot of good providers as well, and we are one of the decent ones. So why should you host with us? It's a so when you compare our hosting, compare it with other managed hosting. Whenever you are comparing, as I said earlier, so we have hourly database backup, which is very, very, I don't think a lot of providers do that. Another thing which we have is caching on 3 levels. So performance is taken care of. So that is one of the primary complaints when it comes to hosting. Backup. So backup means reliability. If something goes wrong, you can easily one click restore it. And then usual stuff. So CDN is inbuilt, WAF is inbuilt, DDoS protection is inbuilt. We also have a cool option where you can lock a website. So let's say it's a static website and you don't want to do much on it, but you are afraid that it might get hacked or something like that. You can lock it and mark it as read only, so that nobody else can mess anything with it. Even you can't do it unless you mark it back to read write. And one cool thing which we are now doing is, I touched upon site management earlier. We'll be installing our site management plugin. We already do on all our live sites. It's all your option. You can actually deactivate and delete it. But if you decide to keep it, we will give you the pro features of our site management for free with every live site. So that means that you get uptime monitoring every 5 minutes, you get activity logs, you get performance monitoring, you get visual regression, which is yet to be released. You get schedule updates, bulk line updates, vulnerability scanning. All of these is included under our site management, which is itself is about $2 per site worth is now included in your live pack. You don't have to pay extra. So like means we want to add a lot of value in our InstaWP live platform so that you feel safe, secure, and also I think Sikandar is doing an amazing job. So we got a lot of complaints about our support, and then when Sikandar joined, I think a couple of months ago, we ramped up our team, we ramped up our their knowledge, documentation, and everything. There's still a long way to go, but support is the primary requirement when you choose a hosting company, and we are working towards that. We now have 24/7 support, and if you become an agency partner, I think we'll be sharing more info on agency partnership very soon. Then we will be giving you Slack level support. So watch out for that.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So main problem areas while choosing a hosting provider for a lot of people is support, and then the downtime. So when you say 24/7 support, is it available for everybody, or is it available for like the agency plan owners, like agency
Even if you
owners?
host
Or
one site with us, right,
Mhm.
we will be supporting you 24/7.
Okay, okay. And do you also want to put some light on the pricing of InstaWP Live as well? Like, though it is definitely available on the website, but do you also want to like put some light like how it is better than others and why it is better than others?
So one of the cool thing, it's actually a great point you touched upon. I forgot about it. So we don't charge you on a package level. You don't need to buy from us 10 site at once, right? So you can buy a single site, and we will charge you for a single site. Even more surprising is that if you host a site with us and delete it the next day, we will charge you only for a day. So that kind of granularity is what we are going for. In the next year, you will see more and more. So we are thinking about pay per use a lot, and InstaWP Live is actually pay per use completely. So doesn't matter how many sites you host with us, we will only charge you for the site you host and for the time you host with us. So that's, I think, very unique to us.
Okay, and how about the scalability? So, for example, on our website, there are like plans limited to 8 CPUs, right? If somebody needs more bandwidth, so what is the extent of like scale we can provide, and like what kind of pricing a person should expect around it, or maybe it's custom.
Yeah, so we do custom plans, of course. So
Mhm.
our CPU provisioning can range from 2 CPU and up to
Mhm.
30 CPU for a single site. Um,
Oh,
so
that's
we have
amazing.
done a lot of sites with 10 CPUs, and we have also a cool feature which will allow you to get 110 CPU burst. So let's say you have all of a sudden you got a traffic, Black Friday traffic, and you need that concurrent. You get like thousands of concurrent users using your site, so it will not be down, right? Performance wise, it's very reliable. And if you go for a 10 CPU, let's say, plan with us, I'll just tell you a ballpark figure. So 10 CPU plan, and we don't actually measure bandwidth. So you can, so that's also another unique point with us, right? So we will not limit you on number of visitors or number of GB of bandwidth. So we be very very what we do limit is number of concurrent users, because that depends upon how many CPU you are using. So a 10 CPU plan plus 110 CPU burst protection will cost you around $300 a month, and that is able to cater to a large e-commerce site. Think about like millions of visitors. So,
Great.
and that is like in a hosting world, it's very very cost effective.
That's amazing. So I have one more appending question to this. Like, for example, there is a small plan user, like a light plan user. Will he be also? Can he also opt for the burst support, or is there a like? Is it fixed on certain plans?
Say that again. Sorry, I was distracted.
Sure. So if a user is on light plan, now that person can exclusively choose for burst plan for a limited time, or is it like only for certain like specific plans, like if somebody need to have say 8 CPUs or 10 CPUs or such configuration to like have burst support from us.
So burst support is only available as on a plan level, right? You have to
Mhm,
upgrade your plan, and
mhm,
the burst support, the plans with burst support is not yet live on our pricing sheet yet. We are planning to do that very very soon. However, if you want to upgrade, let's say CPU for a short amount of time, you can actually just vary the CPU slider in your change plan area from, let's say, 2 CPU to 10 CPU to 15 CPU, and do it for a day or two or three, let's say during the Black Friday moment. And then
mhm.
you are protected against concurrent users, and then you switch it back to 2 CPU, right? This is something we don't tell to people more often, but this is very very unique and you can take advantage of it.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Just like there is another question from Mohammed, which is like, do InstaWP Live provides stress test to know the average number of users?
To know the average number, not yet, but that's a good idea, Mahmood. So basically you want to know that how many CPU do you need. We are working on a notification thing where we will notify you if you are going above your CPU requirement. So that will help you with that. But yeah, that's a good question. Take a note of that, please.
One more question around the hosting thing, and that's from that's from helping people who are actually migrating their clients from from some other hosting service to InstaWP. Do they also get some benefits out of it?
When somebody migrates from a different company to us,
Yeah.
yeah, it's depending upon why you are migrating. If you are looking to resolve your performance issues, yes, we will be able to help you with that. If you are looking to resolve your customer support issues, we'll be able to help you with that. So depending upon what problem you are migrating, so common problems, yes, we have solved it. We are proud of it, and if you feel that our hosting is not enough, we'll be happy to work with you to see what problem you have. Sometimes it's a plugin problem. Sometimes it's a problem with a legacy theme, right? You never know. With WordPress, it's difficult to figure that out, but our support team is equipped enough to figure that out.
Great, great. So so there is like last set of question around Black Friday, which is like how to apply the coupon code if Black Friday coupon code is available on upgrade, or can the users upgrade from legacy plans to the current Black Friday? So I think I will take this up and answer it quickly. So guys, you can actually upgrade your plan with the Black Friday coupon code. That's not a problem, and we are very much here to help you out in case you face any kind of issue. You can always raise a support ticket for that. You can also email email to us from like the email ID which is mentioned on website. And one important thing I want to mention is like the Black Friday coupon code is not applicable on renewals. So if you are on an existing plan, and if you want to renew the existing plan to the Black Friday, that is something which is not possible for us. And I hope you also understand that why that is not possible. But
My
if
team
somebody
my team told me not to tell this, but if you want to take discount on renewal, just create a new account and take apply the coupon there. Sorry, Abhishek.
That's a bonus tip for everybody. So, second set of this question is like if you are on a legacy plan. Legacy plan is like if you are from the previous year's plans, and those plans were like a bit bigger in size. So if you guys are planning to move to the current plans from the legacy plans, you are very much free to do that. You can always apply that apply Black Friday coupon code, and Black Friday coupon code is BF50. So you guys can always use that. So there is one question from Grant. Um Sometimes it's helpful in client discussions to know what sort of scale a host is operating at. In helping them gain confidence in migration across, do you publish basic stats like volume of sites you host, scale of infrastructure, etc.?
Yes, like the physical kind of specs of the servers is provided in the live primer link Sikandar posted a few moments ago. So, but you can just search for InstaWP live primer, and you will get to know that what kind of specs we are doing.
Great. Thank you very much, Vikas, for this first ever amazing town hall from InstaWP. And like we assure you guys, like we'll keep coming with such interesting discussions, and we are really happy to host it. And we would love to have your questions, even if you have like even you have any kind of question, you can always ping us in support, and we should be able to answer you over that as well, over there as well. And next time onwards, you will have a like form from us where you can always put your concerns and issues, and we should be able to help you over this by mentioning your name.
By the way,
Thank
I'm just going to highlight the coupon code, and we means I thought we had a brief outage during our live session, but luckily it was just touched and went away, and our team was able to quickly resolve it. So that's why I was a little bit distracted. Thanks for not noticing it. Even Sikandar as well. So our faces were a little bit red as well. So, but yeah, that's what makes us human. Thanks, Grant. Thanks for being here today on this live session. Yeah, we'll keep going. We'll keep asking. We'll keep collecting more questions from our users and keep. We're trying to do a better job of telling our story. Sikandar always complains about it. So, but we are working towards that. Thanks for your trust and support. Means we started small and we have big aspirations. We want to be the best WordPress cloud company there is. So yeah, keep sending your feedback. That helps us improve a lot. Yeah. So Abhishek, anything else you wanted to cover?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Vikas. Sikandar, do you have a ending note for everyone who is watching this? 39 people are watching us, by the way.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. I guess we had around 50 people, and we did not expect that much engagement in our first call. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. And I want to enforce one thing in public, that 2025 is going to be the year of transparency in InstaWP, and we will collaborate with our users, customers as much as possible in every aspect, like improving our platform, improving our product, and communicating with them as much as possible. I will try to ensure this from my end as much as possible. Thank you, everyone.
Great,
Thanks,
great.
everybody.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Abhishek, Sikandar. Bye bye. Take care.